I am so glad you are here. We're going to talk a little bit about one of my favorite fall and winter herbs, and it's dried calendula. Sometimes you'll see this called marigold, but there's a whole nother species of plant that gets called marigold too. So in most herb shops, you're going to see the confusion diminished by calling it calendula, which is part of its botanical name, Calendula officinalis. It's a great herb. It is a member of the ragweed family. So if you have hay fever, if you're allergic to ragweeds, even if you're okay with calendula today, you could develop an allergy down the road to it. So just be aware. That said, this is an herb of so many things. People have hung garlands of this for protection. They hang it around the door frame or around a window frame that needs a little extra protection. And you could even use the petals that way. I would simply arrange them using glue. Just put some glue out on the page and spread your calendula out and frame the top of the door or window frame that way. And you'll get those protective benefits. But it's also considered to be an herb of glamour and of beauty and all things wonderful and opulent in life. And way back in the day, it would go into soups at this time of year when those first cold waves hit because it was thought to help fend off colds. Now, it is anti inflammatory, studies have shown this, and it's full of carotenoids, which could have an impact on your overall health. It really could potentially help you stave off colds and flus. It's possible. That said, it's a great antioxidant. So, and anything antioxidant winds up getting labeled as anti aging. So, that's worth including a little bit of that sunshine in your life. One of my favorite things to do is to get one of those clear um, ornament balls and fill that mostly with calendula. So, you have this burst of sunshiny, orange brightness hanging wherever you're going to hang that up. If you are hanging it in a window, you're definitely using it to capture and transform energy into something that is protective and enhancing to your life. It has always been associated with the sun. How could it not be? It's such a sunny little flower. So it's a great little addition to any work you might be thinking about doing if you are welcoming back the sun this December 21st, perhaps. I don't know. Could be you. Just saying. The other research, what have I got in here? Other research for this. Um, it goes really nicely in teas. It's just mild and sweet, so it's not going to be the overriding flavor of anything if you choose to put it in a tea. And many people can. Like I said, there's that ragweed allergy to think about, but most folks are going to be good on this. And if you're on medications, always double check. There are some great spots online that are super conservative about your health. Sometimes the advice is a little off, but it's always off in a way that protects you the most. So until you speak with somebody who knows more about the herbs, go with those sites. WebMD, not a sponsor, but WebMD is one of those places where you can look an herb up and find the warnings, drug interactions, contraindications, all that jazz, if you're actually going to try and eat something. Um, But most people do have liked it historically for fevers, for poor liver function, for stomach upsets, things along those lines. Along with a whole bunch of other things. People have tried applying it to burns and wounds. I don't know that that would be my first pick, but probably a better choice than better. I have to be honest with you. Um, and there are people who really love putting it in things like lotion because they find their skin health improves. Um, with it, particularly aging skin. So this is if you're going to make, say, a lotion to give as a gift this year, including that in the infusions that you use to create the lotion is a great way to go. Don't know how to make a lotion? Oh my goodness. Come take year one of the herbal studies class from me, Liz, at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis. You can find out information about it. It's starting to show up at magusbooks.com, so you can see more information about it there. But we absolutely go through the process of making a lotion. First timers, I recommend you do it with a whisk, only because if you do it with a blender, the odds you will what is called breaking the emulsion you're creating are higher. And if you watch it come together once by hand, you have a better eye when you then do it with a blender in the future. But that said, you're basically combining some oils and some waters the same way somebody would make mayonnaise. You just a thin stream of one into the other while there's a lot of whisking or beating with a beater going on. Super easy to do. A little tricky in that if you break it, you have to wait, let it all separate out, separate the liquids, and try again, or scrap it and try again. But that's your biggest flaw there. And since you're combining waters and oils, you can infuse the oil with calendula or you can infuse the water with calendula. You can simply make some tea for the water portion of your lotion. You can also play with putting the pouring the water into the oil or pouring the oil into the water because that changes the texture of the lotion. It's really kind of a fascinating little study to get to do on your own. Didn't mean to go off on this lotion tangent, but I'm out of time. I'm way over. So, blessed be. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again next week. Monday, we'll talk about some energy work. And next Thursday, of course, we'll talk more herbs.